One thing I think that needs to be addressed as far as like in the supplementation world is finding alternatives or better alternatives for steroids. And you're thinking, there's no way you can find an alternative for steroids. Well, hold on. So a lot of times people will be like, okay, let's find a natural, like a safe alternative to steroids that'll give you the same direct results as steroids. Well, what is the direct result of steroids? The direct result of steroids is increased anabolic state due to the increased amount of testosterone. Okay, like not all, I guess, steroids work like that. But anyway, if you're taking testosterone, if you're just taking testosterone or something like that, right? Then as a form of a steroid or whatever, okay? In that instance, you are in a more highly anabolic state because testosterone promotes anabolism, right? Anyway, so the thing is that you want to keep in mind, though, is that there are also indirect effects of being on steroids. A few of them include, more aggression, more drive, more energy, right? So how can we mimic those indirect things to help accelerate muscle growth? Because to measure it directly, people talked about testosterone. I've personally tried it. I won't get into my experience with it right now. But anyway, people are constantly trying to find ways to mimic the direct results of steroids when they can easily and safely and effectively mimic the indirect results, which can increase muscle growth acceleration, okay? So one of the things we can do, or one of the supplements we can take to do that, is caffeine. And people may say, well, duh, I drink a cup of coffee every day. I don't really notice anything crazy about it. Well, try this. Try taking a pre-workout. And if you're someone who has been taking a pre-workout, or you have been you're a caffeine addict, try lowering your tolerance so that the caffeine hits harder, so that you do feel the effects of it when you need to, which would be at your workouts, and then using that to help give you the extra drive and aggression and energy that you need to push yourself harder. Because let's face it, if you can get that extra reps, sometimes that can be a difference between, even if it's just a percentage of a percent, right, to help increase your muscle growth. You got to decide, well, is that worth it or not, And it really should be when you think of it, because it's such an easy thing to do. Like a cup of coffee, is not that expensive, especially if you make it at home. It's not that expensive. Pre-workout gets a little bit up there because of other ingredients and so on and so on. But anyway, regardless, my challenge for you guys is try lowering your caffeine tolerance to a point where when you do take your pre-workout and your coffee before your workout, it hits hard enough that you're not necessarily going crazy or that you're having heart problems, because you got to watch out for that. But to the point where you are in a state where you're just ready to kill it in the gym. You're going crazy, right? You got to find a way to get to that point. Once you do, you'll realize, I can push myself a little bit harder. The harder you push yourself, the better the results you get. That's the name of the game. And that's why an indirect result of steroids, it helps people grow that much more muscle on top of being in a more anabolic state. So that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, trust the process.